welcome back to KA MMA. I'm Khalil Deal,
I'm Andy O.
and we are KA MMA. Just finished watching the ceremonial weigh-ins and face-offs, man. We're going to talk about the prelims. This is our final predictions for the prelims, and we're going to start it off with the first fight on the card in the prelims, which is Ricky Simón against Vinicius Oliveira. All right, so who you got here, Andy O?
Yeah, so I'm sticking with Ricky Simone here. I still say, his wrestling is what's going to win him this fight here because that's Vinicius's weakness. But I'm a little scared, I got to admit, for the Vinicius knockout. That may be something I'm going to be thinking about, but at the same time, I'm pretty confident in Simon here to pull it off by decision or knockout.
All right, so
But probably decision.
probably decision. Okay. Yeah, my pick stays the same. I got Ricky Simone, man, to win this fight. I got him winning, of course, by submission or decision in this one. Now, Vinicius Oliveira, man, and Ricky Simone, they're both in very, very good shape.
Yeah.
They're both ripped and muscular. And as you can see, man, in this picture here, Vinicius is slightly taller. I like how Vinicius got into Ricky Simone's face at the face-offs, man. He started talking shit, and then he was lowering his arm to show that like Ricky Simone is short, like kind of trying to intimidate him.
I like that we now have another guy that shoots imaginary bow and arrows.
Yeah. Ricky started talking. Then Ricky started barking like a dog. He was like, "What? What? I was like, "What are you doing?" Anyways, man, he showed that he wasn't scared or intimidated by what Vinicius was doing. This is going to be a banger, man. Both these guys look like they're ready to fight. They look like they're ready to go. I can't wait to watch this one. But yeah, definitely got Ricky Simone still winning this one by sub or decision. And but it's gonna be a banger, I think, this one, man. And like
Yeah,
you said, man,
it's a
Vinicius
good
is tough.
first fight.
All right. So we're in agreement still, no changes. Moving on up the card. Next fight we've got here. Uh, we have
We got Ray Sayura on the left here with Carlos Hernandez.
Ray Tsuruya against Carlos Hernandez. Exactly. My pick is going to stay the same. I got Ray Tsuruya winning this one by KO or submission. Um, the guy is a finisher, man. He's really, really good. And if you look at this picture here, Carlos Fernandez is much, much taller. Now, in this picture, Ray is crouched down doing the karate style there, pose.
Yeah.
But when they were standing up, Carlos Fernandez is much taller than Ray. But he looks kind of skinny, though, Carlos Fernandez. Um, he is ripped, though. I find that Ray is slightly thicker and a bit more muscular, and he's also ripped as well. Like I said, I really like this karate stance that he's got going here. I can't wait to see how he looks, and I can't wait to see this fight too and how it's going to play out. But definitely, I think Ray, with his grappling and wrestling, should be able to dominate here on the ground and take him down. Yeah, I got Ray winning this one by KO sub by finish. Can't
Yeah, I got Ray winning by finish as well, probably sub. I really think this is a stepping stone fight for the Japanese fighter or like one of those fights they're handing him for a victory here. I still can't get over that Carlos Hernandez has that many fights in the UFC. I don't think he's all that great, and I think with high confidence that Sura is going to get the win here.
All right, man. So now we are moving on up the card to the next fight here with Andrei Arlovsky versus Martin Budai. Who you got here, man?
Yeah, so uh, I gotta go with Martin Budai, with the age, with that chest that seems to stick out like crazily right there if you take a look. I thought about decision for Arlovsky because I don't think Budai's that good. But yeah, I predict. I think this fight has potential to even go to a decision, but even then, I don't know if Arlovsky's going to be able to pull it off. So I say a knockout or a sub for the much younger Budai.
All right, man. So yeah, I'm still my pick stays the same. Still in agreement with you here, man.
But Budai's no good, man. Budai's no good.
I got Martin Budai to win this one. Now, I was actually surprised. He actually looks a lot less fat and flabby than he normally does. He actually looks kind of slim there. Yeah, his chest is sticking out, but
Yeah, it's
he doesn't look fat. Like his stomach is pretty flat there, and he looks like he lost some weight. He's in decent shape this time around. And Arlovsky, on the other hand, looks kind of out of shape, actually. He's got a bit of a belly there. In this photo, you're seeing on the side, but when you look at him like in the front, you can see that his belly is was kind of hanging out there. He's got a little bit of a belly.
you can even see something going on right there.
Yeah, and he doesn't look as in good a shape as he normally is, Andrei Arlovsky, and yeah, and also Budai is slightly a little bit taller than Arlovsky. They kind of look the same height there in this picture here, but he's a little slightly taller. Budai is, and yeah, I got Budai winning this one still. I think he's going to get him in the clinch as usual, like how he fights, and put the pressure on Arlovsky. Try to maybe walk him down, make him
He-
walk back, and I think he'll land some good punches and strikes and get him in the clinch, land some good knees. And if he takes down Arlovsky, man, it's game over for Arlovsky with that big weight.
Yeah, I think at some point he's gonna, walk him down, pressure him up against the cage, and work's gonna be done against the cage, like in the clinch, rough him up a bit, potentially take him down, ground and pound, something like that.
Exactly, man. So yeah,
Yeah.
still the same pick here. We're sticking with him to get the win in this fight. All right, let's move on up here. Where's my thing here?
We
Okay.
got coming up, we got Michelle Watterson Gomez and Jillian Robertson.
All right, just a sec. Trying to just find that bar to move up this here. Just one sec.
You you used to love Michelle Watterson,
I
right?
did, I
So
did.
loved,
Give me
in love, in lust.
Didn't go that far there, but
Uh,
one sec here.
yeah, so
Move
this
on up
one,
the card here. All right, here we go. All righty, let's
who
get
do you got here, real deal?
trying to get this centered here. Just give me a sec here for this picture. All right, here we go. Let's get this centered. It's kind of hard to get this centered, man. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. So for this one here, my pick stays the same. I'm sticking with Jillian Robertson to get the win here. I like Jillian Robertson a lot in this one. I got her winning by sub or decision. Both of these girls, man, right off the bat, I got to say both of these girls are in great shape. They both look very hot. Michelle Watterson on the left there, she is slightly more muscular and ripped. She's got a little bit more abs than Jillian there, but Jillian is taller. But my pick is going to stay the same, man. I like Jillian Robertson to get the win. I like her submissions. I think that the fact that she's going to be taller is going to be harder for Michelle Watterson to take her down. I think Jillian's going to be able to get her down, and Jillian's going to be able to lock in a submission in this one, I feel.
Yeah, here, Michelle Watterson's, like I mentioned before, is gonna have to like kick her away from her the whole fight long, successfully to stop Robertson from getting her down as ugly as it's gonna look because Robertson doesn't have the greatest takedowns. She has to muck it up to get those takedowns. But if she does, which I say she will, I think she's gonna end up finding the sub at some point, like round 2 or 3, let's say. So the 10th sub for the career of Jillian Robertson coming up, I say. I also think she's slowing down a bit, Watterson, right?
Yeah, she's up there in age now, man. She's getting old there, so.
Like as the fight goes to the later, like round 3, she's gonna look kind of tired out, I feel. So we shall see. Oh yeah, by sub. How do you have her winning?
Yeah, by sub or decision for sure in this one.
All right.
All right, moving on up the card. Next, man, we got uh, Peyton Talbot versus Yanis Gamuri here.
So the pick here will be Talbot. The line is just absolutely nuts. I'm looking at over 1.5 rounds, though. I think Giannis Gamuri is going to be able to survive that long, and who knows if Peyton Talbot's going to want to finish him too quick anyway. Maybe he's going to want to show off some of his skills. And yeah, like Talbot's striking just really, really awesome to see. So I hope he keeps it up. I hope he gets that nice win, knockout style, but hopefully later in the fight.
Yeah, my pick stays the same, man. I got Peyton Talbot winning this one by finish, man, by KO or submission. Yanis Gamuri is ripped, and he's also he's pretty built. But Peyton is also very ripped. He's also in great shape. He's also slightly taller as well. Yanis is a little bit more muscular. They were both talking to each other. I don't know what they were saying, but Peyton looks very serious and ready to fight, man. I think this fight is going to be a banger, but I don't think it's going to last very long. I definitely don't think it's going the distance.
I do think it's going to last at least longer than a round and a half.
Yeah, but it's not going to go the distance, I don't think, here. I think there's going to be a finish in this fight here.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised if he finishes him off either. So,
Yeah, Peyton is very, very strong. He's
but
got power and he's got knockout power. He's got submissions as well. I think he's going to finish him off in this one, man.
all right. So next,
All right, the next fight here we got Charles Jourdain against Jean Silva. All right, for this one here, man, I got to say that Jean Silva he was kind of weird. He was walking very slowly at first towards the face-offs.
I thought something was wrong.
Yeah, he was walking slowly, like trying to act like he was like some like superstar or something. I don't know if he's trying to make a slow entrance or something. He was beating his chest and screaming and stuff like that. He also missed weight, Gene Silva, in this in the weigh-ins.
Oh, did he?
He
I
did
didn't
miss
even know
weight.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He looks much bigger and thicker than Charles Jourdain. Charles Jourdain is on the left there. You can see he looks very skinny. He's not as muscular, not as big as Jean Silva, which I think is going to be to the advantage of Jean Silva here. Maybe he did it on purpose to miss weight so he can have that weight advantage. I don't know. Maybe try to be a weight bully in this one. But Jourdain is much taller, as you can see there. Jourdain was telling him actually in the face-offs that it's not professional to miss weight. Like he was talking shit to him.
Oh,
Jean Silva was just staying there quietly. He kept a solid, straight face. He wasn't phased by it. And then Jean looked actually very pissed off. And then as they were leaving, Jean left, and then Charles Jourdain kind of hung around there a bit. And Dana White was like whispering in Jourdain's ear. So I don't know what that was about, man. But and maybe he was telling him, "Hey, you're gonna get more money or something." I don't know if this guy wins, or if you win, you'll get more money. He'll lose his part of his purse or something. I don't know. He did miss weight though, for sure.
I think this fight's going to be pretty fun too. Like Charles Jourdain fights are usually very exciting, whether he wins or loses. So yeah, my pick is going to be Gene Silva here. I like the power. Charles Jourdain is very dangerous though. But yeah, the pick remains the same. I say by a knockout or decision. Jourdain's hard to put away though too, and he has some intelligence too, Jourdain, the way he beat Kron Gracie there, right? Like he refused to fall into Gracie's traps, and Gracie had no intention of doing anything else but lie there and stuff, right? So gotta respect that. But here I gotta go with Gene Silva. Very close though.
Yeah, I got Gene Silva to win by KO or submission. I think he's very powerful, and he could get subs. He could knock him out. Anything can happen in this one, but I think he's just going to be the stronger fighter here with Gene Silva there. So I'm sticking with Gene Silva in this one to get the win by finish. All right, moving on up to the next fight here. We got Cub Swanson on the left versus Andre Feely on the right here. Who you got?
Yeah, yes. So Andre Feeling tried some seduction dance, if you noticed during this stare down with Cub Swanson. Some little weird kind of little dance. Anyway, no matter what he does, he lost his last fight, Andre Feely, right? So we all know what that means, eh?
Yeah, it means he wins in this one. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely, he definitely 100% he wins one. And really there's nothing more for me to say. That's how I feel about it above all else, right? So I'm picking Feely to win. Very high confidence.
All right, awesome, man. So yeah, I'm on the same track again. No changes here. I'm still with Andre Fili. I definitely do think the Cub Swanson though looks very tough, man. Um, Andre Fili looks in great shape, but and he's taller than Cub Swanson, as you can see there. He looks a bit bigger than Cub Swanson.
Well, too bad this wasn't he didn't win his last fight, man, because Cub Swanson, he's a good dog and he'd be winning this fight.
I'll tell you though that Cub is even more ripped and slightly more muscular than Andre Fili. Um, but yes, of course, Andre Fili is taller. He was also Cub Swanson was also screaming on when he was standing on the podium, man. So he looks really hyped and ready to fight. He looks angry, man. But Fili looks very poised and relaxed. So
He
this is
has
going to be a
nothing
banger.
to, he has nothing to worry about in this fight.
This
All he
is
has
going to
to
be a
do is
banger,
show
man.
up.
This is definitely going to be a banger. I like Andre Fili has a. I feel like he has more ways to win, and I think his ground game is a little bit better as well. So yeah, I think Fili is going to be the win here. I got Fili winning this one by KO or decision.
Yeah, he is more well-rounded overall, and I find Swanson will be the more tired of the two the later this fight gets. So that also benefits Feely here. I say Feely by decision.
All right, man. So now we're next to the main event of the prelims. Joe Pfeiffer on the left here against Marc-André Barriot. Who for me in this one, man, I gotta stick with Joe Pfeiffer. I like Joe Pfeiffer, man. He's Marc-André Barrios in great shape, man. He looks good. He's muscular. He's ripped. But
Looks in
Joe
better
Pfeiffer is
shape.
even bigger. Okay, Joe Pfeiffer is bigger. In this picture, we can't see it as well, but he's actually much bigger and more ripped than Marc-André Barrios. And he's also slightly taller, Joe Pfeiffer here. And I think that Joe Pfeiffer is going to be the stronger guy. I think he's going to be able to take down Marc-André Barrios. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a ground and pound in this one or a submission. He's got good subs. I definitely have Joe Pfeiffer winning by finish, though, KO submission in this one. I don't think this fight's going the distance at all.
Yeah, my pick's gonna be Pfeiffer as well. I think he's gonna have a good rebound fight after the loss to Jack Hermanson. I don't think Barrios is good as Jack Hermanson, and I also feel that Barrio doesn't beat this step up in competition, as I mentioned before. So I consider Pfeiffer even at this point like a step up in competition for Barrio. Like if Barrio can beat Pfeiffer here, it's pretty good for him, right? If he can manage that. I just don't think it's going to happen. And let's go with knockout or decision for Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I think the UFC gave Pfeiffer somebody that he can beat, and I think they want to encourage Pfeiffer here.
Yeah, he's going to be faster than Barrio. I think he has a good chance of catching Barrio here. Like Barrio's hard to put away, but he has been knocked out before, and Pfeiffer, I think, can do it. After all, he has the hardest punch in the universe, right?
There we go, man, for real. So I am expecting this fight to not go the distance for sure, man. Joe Pfeiffer is the pick as well. So here you have it, folks, for the final predictions for the prelims and the face-offs here. Me and Andy O still in agreement with all of the fights here in the prelims.
All of
It's looking good. It's looking good. Please check
them.
out our next video for the main card.
Like and subscribe twice.
Peace out, folks.